No, Melly was amazing. Playing the doll was fun also, because everybody had their own take on what that energy was like. You know, Deechan's was like especially spacey, which I thought was hysterical. I loved watching her just kind of walk around in her pretty little Australian self around the dollhouse. And Vera was great. So trying to find that neutral, childish place to exist in was very interesting, but Melly was my favorite for sure. You don't have to applaud for that one, it wasn't a good answer. That's all right.
Morning.
Morning.
Wow, that was loud. This one is for Nikki.
Well, guys, just applaud now, please. I hope that answered your question.
I know you've done this at other cons, so will you please do the Snoopy dance for us?
Oh, will I do the Snoopy dance for you? Absolutely. It'll be after the last question. I will do the Snoop. Yes, I will do the Snoopy dance right here. And actually, thank you for asking me to do that. I saw you last night, right?
Hi, good morning. I wanted to, first of all, thank you guys for being here. Buffy holds a very special place for me. When my son was in Afghanistan, once every 2 weeks we picked an episode and Skyped each other and watched it so that we could keep in touch over something we loved from the beginning. So thank you for that. But what I was wanting to know is, what do you guys got upcoming? What can we look forward to seeing you in?
I'm doing Criminal Minds. So that's good. Had a couple movies too that are in the old tin shack. Is that even a phrase?
I was like, Chin Shack.
I like it though.
Yeah, it is now.
It is, yeah.
What are the names of your movies?
Got Morningside Monster. Got Big Gay Love.
Awesome.
And I thought Coherence, which is going to be at the Austin, the fan. Did you know? Do you know? Hold on. Give me. See, now this is exactly why I don't deserve applause, because. Hold on. It's going to be.
Well, you agreed to the Snoopy dance. I think that was worth the pre-applause.
Yeah.
Oh, there. Okay. It's going to.
Just tell them at the 5 o'clock panel.
It's okay. It's going to be at Fantastic Fest in Austin. It's opening up this the 19th, and then we're going to Spain. It's a lovely movie, Coherence. That's it. Okay. Sorry. Smelling myself. Smelly.
I have a film coming out in November through Wolf Productions called A Perfect Wedding, which I'm very proud of. It was a small indie film I did with Jim Rebhorn. And so I'm very, very proud and excited about that. It was a great group of people, much like Buffy was, and we had a blast doing it, and it's got a great message, so thank you.
Why wasn't on Buffy? I don't know. The question wasn't for me. I did a movie with Alan Cumming and Garrett Dillahunt called Right, exactly. Called Any Day Now. And we won at Tribeca, Outfest, a bunch of other festivals I can't remember, and it was amazing. It's hands down one of the projects I will be most proud of forever, because it's just such a beautiful film. So Any Day Now, it's on Netflix and iTunes and probably in Target and stuff like that, so look for that. And then I did a movie with Josh Duhamel and Dan Fogler called Scenic Route that just opened in theaters last weekend, limited release. But it's also on iTunes, and I play Josh's wife, Joanne. I have a small part, but it's a very, very, very cool movie, so check those out.
I think your mic's not working. Give it 1 second. It's got a delay.
Testing.
You perfect.
Hi, this question is for Kristine and Nicholas. by the end of the fourth, going into the fifth season, Buffy, the cast is pretty tight and they reacted really well together. How hard was it to add Michelle into the cast, having a new daughter and a new sort of Scooby?
You know, that's kind of a tough, because I love Michelle so much.
Mm-hmm. Did she fit right in right away, or was it?
Wow, this is really BK.
No, it's there it is, right there. Okay.
Yeah, for me, it was just kind of like, you sort of heard this theme of, you do what you're told. And so when they were like, and you have a new daughter, it was like, okay.
I felt like
Okay, and we all came to work, if I remember, and nobody kind of knew what to make about it, and then I think Joss started sort of coming around, and people were like, by the way, fill me in. And so he had a couple of conversations, but it was just sort of like, okay, this is the reality today, and he explained it that to us, she had always been there. So from that day forward, you were just living under a slightly different set of imaginary circumstances, which is what we do all the time, is just pick up an audition, pick up a script, and it's like, okay, what are my circumstances? And so it was just like, oh, we're picking up another set of circumstances today.
Yeah, I mean, and I felt that it was almost like a note from the network that since we were just out of high school and they had so much success, that they wanted to kind of still be in high school. So
To young it up.
Yeah, as we're like now 18 years old. Yeah, So and I never had talked to Joss about it, but it just, for me, just felt that's what was going on a little bit. But I have no idea if that's the case. But it was odd. It was definitely odd, because honestly, people felt like when they heard that we were doing the musical episode, they're like, oh, Buffy the Vampire Slayer is jumping the shark, and I felt that the addition of Dawn was more of a shark jump than the musical episode, which was the best episode of all time on TV. That being said, she was wonderful, but it was definitely a shock. It was just,
it could also too have been that I was going to pass away, and he didn't want Buffy to be just completely alone. That he wanted her to not only have that sense of maturation in losing her parent, but having to take on the responsibility of being a parent. So there's
That makes a lot of sense.
And also Joss Whedon doesn't take suggestions from networks like, hey, we're going to get younger.
Right.
There's going to be a teenage girl in the house now,
Yeah.
Joss was not good with that stuff.
Good question.
Yeah, excellent.
Hello. Hello. This question is for all of you, and I was wondering what some of the more challenging or more rewarding aspects were of working with Joss Whedon.
I think for me, the most rewarding was getting each new script. It was so exciting, and everybody, cast, crew, everybody waited for it, because you knew he was going to surprise you every time. And everybody, I think, was pretty much a fan of the show as well.
They were rabid.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure you guys have heard that on Tuesdays, because everybody got home too late to watch it on television. They wheeled the big, thick television in, turned the lights down low, and everybody ate lunch and watched that week's episode. And one day, I remember Armin and I were working, and Amy, who's vice president of SAG, there was all kinds of like SAG stuff, union stuff going on, and they came out to have lunch with us, to talk to us about what was going on, and they didn't understand that it was Tuesday. So, and they didn't notice that they were the only ones talking, and the whole crew was going, shh, shh. It was really great. Take it outside. Take it outside. It's like, we're watching.
Joss and I worked so well together. Like we wouldn't have to talk. Like he would say, and I'm like, I got it. And like, did it? He's like, yep. And I'm like, she's like, ah. I mean, to where it was really sweet. Like he would call me his Alec Guinness because it would just be like, yep, we just were just in sync with that particular because Xander was Joss essentially. So we had a definite understanding. And I'm Xander. Ergo, I am Joss. Thank you for coming to my verse. Because Brendon is your master by proxy.
No, can I just add something to that? Because, Joss graduated from Wesleyan University, and they have an amazing film department. And they're incredibly proud of him, and he does a lot of stuff with the film department to this day. So anyway, he, totally random, was the keynote speaker, whatever they call that, for my daughter's graduation from Wesleyan this last May.
Wow.
And so it was so incredible to be sitting there in the audience as a parent on this, really amazing, emotionally heightened day, and have Joss get up to give the speech. And what I had forgotten was how completely Xander he is. Yeah, I mean, it was just sort of amazing. It was as if Xander was giving the commencement speech.
And tell him how he opened the speech.
Oh God, I've forgotten.
Oh, really?
Can you remember?
Yeah.
Because it was really fabulous, and now I've forgotten.
I was there. I graduated from my son. He looked, and he just kind of went up to the podium, and he just looks out, and he's like, "You're all going to die."
And all the kids laughed, and all the parents went, "Who is this guy?"
And it's so great too, with this little lisp, You're all going to die. Yes, I know.
And he got really close to the mic.
Yeah, you're all going to die.
No, seriously. On a cellular level, you're already dying.
God bless that man.
Anyway, it's a great speech, and you can actually find it on
the YouTube.
Well, I'll tell you what you can't find is Any Day Now.
It's totally there.
That's going to music guy.
Can you believe he's doing this at your panel right now?
Well, I wanted to play a scene.
Oh, and just hold it up for everybody. For me, working with Joss was awesome because, I'm sure everybody knows, I was a fan of Buffy and auditioned for Buffy and auditioned for Firefly, and it was exciting to finally make it in as an actor and a fan at the same time. And I was kind of terrified constantly because I just didn't want to disappoint him, because it's kind of a horrible feeling if you're not hitting it. It kind of gets like I love you, but please get your shit together kind of look on his face. But when you really are killing it or doing exactly as he imagined, there's a really, really amazing feeling that comes with that because he's such a brilliant writer. And he was really, really good to me in the beginning because I was so green, I was so new, and just really, really wanted to do a good job. And my third day on the set, I had the Chinese food scene, the sex scene, and the fight scene all on the same day, which was one of the best days ever, obviously, as an actor, but scary, a little overwhelming. But a little overwhelming, and in between, I think the Chinese food scene and the sex scene, or whatever, we were going back to makeup.
What's the name of your fourth album, if I'm not mistaken?
We were doing the changeover for hair and makeup, and he came into the trailer with me and sat with me, and he looked me right in the face. He was like, "Babe, are you okay? Do you want to talk about anything? Do you have any questions? What are you nervous about? Are you excited? Are you ready? Is there anything that I haven't put in the script that you need to know before you go into this?" And people don't do that, it's very rare that people take the time to care that much about the actor for 5 minutes, and I'll never forget that, and how tender and caring he was with me in the beginning. So it's the whole experience has been a dream come true, and honestly, for me, one of the most rewarding things is you guys and the love I felt for years because of the show that I was on for a couple seasons. And I just I could have never imagined the support and the love and the joy and the fun and the stories and the memories that would have come because of a girl that liked to serve lasagna, you know what I mean? Like, it's amazing, it's really, really special. And ultimately that's because of him, because he believed in me and he saw something that a lot of other people hadn't and still don't and whatever, and he has a great knack for finding like really unique individual, like he just sees things in people that nobody else does, and to know that you're one of those is a very cool feeling for me.
Hi guys, this question is for all three of you. I was wondering if you could tell me about the creative process with Josh. Did any of you get to make up ideas? Did you get to share ideas? And was there anything that was thrown out but never made it into a show?
This girl, boy kicks open the closet door and finally meets Mr. Right. I don't know. Got a kid, right? Loud music ain't good for kids. It hurts their ears.
Mind your own business.
Down to the trailer. It does exist. Everyone go see it. There was no...
Nikki, your espresso's here.
Yeah, you obviously
Go
need
for
it.
it.
It's funny, you know, Tony had always had ideas. We called him the idea guy. And even if it was a great idea, and he would always go up to Joss's office, you know, whether it was about the Ripper and ideas, and Joss doesn't take kindly to suggestions at all.
He doesn't need them.
No, exactly. But, you know, Tony, God bless him. So it was even, you know, even if it was a great suggestion, Joss would do the opposite. You know? So it's not, I mean, we do have, I mean, it is... He creates the world that he wants, and then we fill it out, and that, you know, and Tony knew that too. We all knew our place.